Hey guys, so in this interactive video, I am going to walk you through how to write your body paragraphs for your argumentative writing essays. So please pay attention while we're going through, and if I tell you to pause and do something, please pause and do something. Also, if you are confused, you can always pause the video and rewind and rewatch. So the first thing is there are 5 parts to each body paragraph of your argumentative essay. First is the topic sentence with some sort of transition word or phrase. Second, you're going to introduce your evidence. Third part, paraphrase your evidence. Fourth part, you're going to explain that evidence where you're going to connect it to your thesis and your reason. And the fifth part is your conclusion sentence. So, your topic sentence. The point of the topic sentence is to explain to your reader what you're going to be arguing and how it connects with everything else that you are writing in your essay. So the first part is the transition word or phrase. So like firstly, or in addition, or next, or secondly. If you're confused about transition words or phrases, you can just literally Google transition word or phrase, and tons of stuff will pop up. The next part is your issue. Remember, that's your one short little thing. Third part is your claim, and you're not going to put your whole claim, but just a little bit to remind your reader. And then the fourth part is whatever reason you're discussing in that paragraph that goes with your claim. So let's look at my example here, and I color-coded it. So here's my example. The first overwhelming reason that standardized testing should be limited deals with the negative effect it has on student self-esteem. You can see I have my transition word or phrase, first overwhelming reason, my issue, standardized testing, a little bit of my claim, should be limited, and my reason, apparently this paragraph is going to be about the negative effect it has on student self-esteem. So pause the video right now and write your own topic sentence. Pause, write your own topic sentence. Okay, so you're back, you wrote your topic sentence, and next you're going to introduce your evidence. The point of this is you're going to say, who said the evidence, what did they say, and where did you find that evidence? So firstly, you also, you're going to introduce it, then you're going to quote it, then you're going to cite the evidence. So over here, I have some sentence starters that can help you introduce your evidence. And when I have X here, it just means whoever it was that said that, right? Because everyone's going to have different people that they're using in different sources. So you can say something like X states, or X believes, or X examines, or X suggests that, or according to X, or writing in the text, X observes, okay? So here, let's look at mine. Dr. Schmidt examines how one subpar standardized test score can increase students' feelings of low self-worth by 20%. So you see, I have my evidence introduced, okay, in the red. Now what's super important to remember, you can look here, you need a comma after that. Then you're going to have your quotation marks, then you're going to have whatever your evidence was. Then you are going to have another comma, people, another comma, another quotation marks. Then you're going to have a parentheses and whatever page number you found that on with another parentheses and a period. Now I need you to look at this again. You're going to pause. You're going to write this yourself. Then you're going to go back and check that you have done this correctly, including all commas, parentheses, quotation marks, and periods. So pause and write, introduce your evidence. Okay, so you introduced your evidence, and now we are back to paraphrasing your evidence. You're going to say whatever your expert said, but you're going to put it in your own words. So I have some sentence starters here for you as well, you can see. So like, in other words, X agrees, and X is whoever said your thing again, right? Or the essence of X's argument is that. Or in making this comment, X examines how. You are going to put whatever they said in their own words. So let's look at my example. It says, in making this comment, let's see how that's how I use that sentence starter there. Dr. Schmidt points out how one low score on a standardized test can really drop a student's self-esteem. I did not introduce any new information or ideas here, guys. See, all I did was take what I quoted in my last sentence and put it in my own words. So pause the video, and paraphrase what you just had from your evidence. So now you're back after paraphrasing on to our next step where you're going to explain the evidence. You're going to, in this step, prove that whatever your evidence was actually goes with what you said in your reason, okay? So I have some sentence starters here too. Like this shows that as evidenced by this, such a statement proves. You really are connecting whatever your reason is with that evidence that you had. You have to prove to me that they actually match, okay? So here's my example. Such a statement proves that standardized tests can lead to lower self-esteem in students, even from one simple test. I brought that back, right, to here's my issue. Okay, I got my issue here, and I brought it back to my claim two with self-esteem, okay? So you really, or to the reason. I brought it back to my reason, excuse me. I got my issue, I got my reason there, okay? And I have my sentence starter. So pause the video right now, pause, and you need to explain your evidence. Okay, last step, conclusion sentence. You have to think for your conclusion sentence, somebody's going to say, so what? So what that that's your evidence and that it goes to that reason. How is that working for your claim? Okay, this is where you're going to bring it back to your claim. So I got a bunch of sentence starters again. Here, let's read my example. You can use all those sentence starters if you want. Well, I mean, you just use one per paragraph, but those are ones you can use. If this is true, then it must also follow that multiple standardized tests negatively impact many students over the course of the year and should therefore be minimized. You see how I have my issue again? And I brought that back to my claim. Should therefore be minimized. So you need to repeat that for each paragraph. So you're going to pause the video right now. Pause the video and do your conclusion sentence. Okay, so you're back from doing your conclusion sentence. You're going to repeat this procedure for each of your body paragraphs, and that is how you're going to write the main part of your essay.